new weekend by the boat. We thought we were not going to go here this weekend, but we wanted to check something more on the generator before we order stuff for the electrical system.
Right now it's connected. It's a bit weird actually. I mean, according to the model number, it's supposed to be a single phase non-reconnectable generator, but then someone has written 3-phase on the generator, and it's also all the wiring and everything looks like it's wired for 3-phase. So now we're going to open up the connection box of the generator to really make sure what it really is, what's possible, and then we can actually decide on what we're going to have later on. If you're going to have a 3-phase system on board or a single-phase system on board. Most likely a single-phase, but we'll see. It's a bit dependent on what's possible with the generator. Okay, so now we're going to try to sort out how it's connected today and what is possible. And luckily we have the really good manual here with all the connection diagrams, the different variants. And according to, like I said before, according to the model that we have, what's stamped on the model plate is this model, which is only possible to connect as a single phase output. But let's see. It's obviously connected as 3-phase here, so we'll see what is possible.
So this place is in the aft between the two cabins, where we have a electrical station.
It feels like this is potentially a good place to install upcoming battery bank and inverters and other electronics. We'll see.
It's quite
still quite a lot of
room.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. There's no electricity on this now. Now we're gonna try to understand how the generator is connected.
Okay, so we think this is the cable from the generator, and it's a bit weird because it's a 4-wire cable. So obviously one is protective earth and then it's 3 wires. But I would expect 4 wires, because if it's connected as a 3-phase system, then this would mean that you can only connect purely symmetrical loads, as there is no neutral line here. But I mean, most of the loads in the boat is single phase loads, which would need a neutral line as well. So it's a bit strange, unless it's connected so that there's actually 230 volts between the phases and all the single phase loads are connected between the phases. That could also be the case. Let's see.
Yeah, the 3 whatever they are phases probably goes into this circuit breaker, and then they go back over here. So here's probably a relay to connect between either grid or shore power or the generator.
Okay, so we're back at the generator. I think we sorted out that it's a 4-wire cable, and it's a combined earth or protective earth and neutral wire to the electrical cabinet in the front. So now we're going to continue here to try to sort out if we have any matching connection in reality with our installation manual here, to understand what generator we actually have here. Okay, so I think we'll come to the conclusion that it's definitely the interconnectable version between single phase and 3-phase. So, but that's good news, because then it means that we have the option to either run it as a single phase generator or a 3-phase generator, and most likely we will actually reconnect it as a single phase output instead, because it feels a bit hardcore and also a bit. I mean, to set up a 3-phase inverter network in the boat seems. I'm not sure. I don't know. It feels a bit. It's quite difficult to do a good load balance between the phases in that case if you have a lot of single phase loads, and it feels a bit unnecessary as well. I mean, we can handle the loads we're gonna have on a single phase connection, and it will make life easier. So most likely we're gonna reconnect this one as a single phase output instead. But I guess more on that later.
Just for fun, measuring our potential. Yeah, we want to have an arch for solar panels later.
Question is how big.
So what we'll do now is to try to see if we can get this keel to do something. It's sort of a, I don't know, lifting keel thingy.
Okay, so here we have the power pack or hydraulic unit or whatever you call it, and here's the electrical connections to it, and we are going to try to test run it today because we really want to test this swing keel function that we have. The problem is that I actually tried this before but it didn't work because I think we had too much voltage drops in all very corroded connections. So now we tried to make a new connection here, a temporary new connection just to be able to run it. So here you see the incoming power there, and then it continues in this connection box, and finally it ends up at the motor up here. But now we have done a new connection here instead, so we have connected the plus cable directly to the relay, the feeding side of the relay on the motor, and we have a minus cable coming in here as well, so we get new fresh connection with hopefully low resistance. So then we're just gonna connect the battery directly up here instead of running from the through all the long wires back to the where the battery bank is normally.
It's very exciting to see if we manage to lift it or swing it. I don't know what's the correct term.
Let's swing it! Okay, so now I set up a connection here. So we're running from a separate battery. We also have a charger connected because the battery itself is in maybe not in the best condition.
Okay, so we have tried to get the keel to lift, but we haven't managed.
No, and it's a bit, we don't really know what's happening. I mean, obviously it would be nice with a better battery, but it feels like it should be able to do something. Right now it's in its lowest position, so it shouldn't be that much power needed to actually move it, but nothing really happens. But I wonder if how it works is that when you push any of the buttons, you start the motor and then you open the valve to that function. I don't know, maybe it's not opening the valve properly.
It sounded differently when I ran the winch compared to the keel.
Maybe we should try to manually run that one first a bit, the valve, when the voltage from a little bit higher voltage to actually just, if it sits because it's been sitting for a long time. We should try that. Let's try that. Now the solenoid valve was probably stuck because it's been sitting for so long, but there was like a push button where you can manually move it, and when I push that one now it sounded differently, so I guess
maybe we have
yeah, let's go down and see what happens.
exciting. Wow. And it started to rain as well. Really nice. Oh! It's moving! It is opened about 20 centimeters.
Exciting. This looks so strange.
Yes.
Stop!
Wow.
So cool. So far so good. I mean, everything seems really good,
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, should we try to raise it even a bit more?
Yeah, let's go for it, I guess.
Yeah, I think we should. Stop!
And with this, oh, you can go really shallow.
Very interesting. I don't even dare to go close if it falls down, but